Little late night gaming. Not a whole lot to do, can't sleep. I need more pyro. The story of my life. 7 dynamite to destroy the tree. I have 0. It's not good. Destroy the chilling, I guess. Figured out it's multiple attempts, just people with the same name, or hey, what's going on? I don't know if this mic still works or not. The dog was chewing on it. Got the puppies some chew bums and stuff like that. I thought that would help with their chewing, but all that did was cause fights with the other dogs over the chew bums. Even though there's more than enough to go around, they still tried to hoard them. And fired it with them. That should be enough to take him back. Hey, what's up, George? Can you hear me alright, man? I don't know if this mic is big enough. Dog chewed it up. I hear you, man. I do not blame you at all there, bro. I'm gonna do another giveaway here pretty soon, but it's for pyros only. And I'm gonna have whoever wins have a banner made with their name on it. That way they can hang it in their pyro cave. I thought that'd be a cool thing to give away. Hey, Skywatcher, how's it going? Not much sky to see here tonight, Skywatcher. It's all dark and gloomy out there. I do believe there's a storm coming by the wind. It's picked up considerably. Gotta upgrade my mortars, right? Yeah, same here. I'm in West Virginia, so we're in the same time zone. The can't sleep zone. Jeez, fake, huh? I thought about going in there and making some cinnamon rolls myself, but I'm afraid I'll burn the hell out of them. I've never tried that power up before. It should be interesting. Munchies, huh? I like to keep some beef jerky next to my chair for that, but unfortunately, all the pets have caught on to that. I can't even touch a bag without being assaulted by every critter in the house. I mean, the cat literally comes in at such a run. She uses my lap as her breaking. It really sucks to get a fat cat at full speed into your nuts. Don't mean to be vulgar, but yeah, it's a bad experience. Beef jerky frenzy. So my own guys are with me. Dang it. I'm trying to take it out with it. Second one, but damn, that's not good. To take out my truck on phone. Well, that went well. That's a grenade, dude. It's a rougher fight than I was expecting on this one. Yep. So what you been into, guys? Feel free to talk, chat, bullshit, you know, whatever strikes. figured he was killed to keep his ass quiet. Hell, I don't care. He's just come back anyway. Fire. Oh, I'm sure they are. They're watching me. They're probably bored as shit. I'm gonna lose this one. But I'm gonna hold on to this thing. Down we got some bolt action there. That's gonna hurt my score. Yep, that's all I can say after watching me in a Freeport. Let's see what the Alliance say. I were kicked from the Alliance. Oh, that was sweet of them. Delaney, what the hell is that? No idea what that even is, man. Ow. Some claws, kitty. A drug called Delaney? I don't really follow, bro. Whatever the case is, obviously not. Ow. Kitty got the damn Freddy Krueger claws going on. Wraps around my arm like a koala bear. You're perfectly one. Or is it just a really good Steven? Hey, appreciate it, Yellow Groove. Hope you've been doing well, man. Gonna have to get up the energy to go to Coaster Stock this year with me, man. It's just cool. You have to come ride the beast. It's coming along pretty good, man. I think they got the roof and shit on. Still curious about this person who says knows me, man. A little bit more explanation on that front would be appreciated. What the hell are you talking about? Hey, what's up, Johnny Garcia? Name don't ring a bell, but hell, I know a lot of people on here. Okay, yeah, that's nasty as fuck. Don't need any of that kind of talk, man. Off my shoulder, kitty, that hurts. I swear, anybody old enough to remember what a smoo was from that old 70s cartoon? It's a little oddly shaped white, I don't know what it was, some kind of creature. This cat is shaped just like a shmoo, except he's solid black. Yeah, I can honestly say it's not been that bad. The extra animals on top of my already too many pets is a bit stressful, but other than that, it hasn't been too hard living with my parents again. I'm not quite used to talking as much as I do or have. But I'm glad that they'll have a nice new house that won't need any repairs and stuff. They've got to the age to where it's too hard for them to repair it. It should last them the rest of their lifetime. How the house they tore down just needed a new roof, man. But it was going to need stuff in the future. It was just made in, I think, like 80, 84 or something. The house wasn't too old. I still think it's kind of odd to just that late in life start off with a new, house and all that, but they've kind of figured out to where it made sense to do it, so, and, it's about what they want. And the whole labor thing, too. What's good, Northwest? How you been doing, man? Yeah, it makes me feel good to be able to do that, man. I've got a younger brother that's, I think he's 37 now. He's been living with a friend of his. He lived for a month in a cabin that he built in the woods, but it wasn't much of a cabin, so I was glad that he got out of that. Damn, everybody's grubbing down but me. I wouldn't get any of it anyway with this damn cat. By the time I share my food with a couple puppies and a couple of cats, hell, they've done ate half of it. Oh yes, the old 12-hour shift's always a lot of fun, bro. It wasn't too bad if you had 4 on and 3 off. But doing 5 or 6 days a week, 7 days a week, that shit will kill you. I work 6 days a week as a nutritionist assistant putting in a lime kiln at a chemical factory. West Waco paper mill. And it was some of the shittiest work. Doing 6 days a week, I mean, I was making some solid money, but I had absolutely no life whatsoever. I like driving a truck, but much more work. I miss driving a truck. I'd like to go back to doing that maybe. I've got most of mine trained that way, Georgia. That puppy's impatient as hell, though. Got a shovel mouth on her, you wouldn't believe, for a little Shih Tzu. Her mouth shaped just like a shovel. What it is, man, it's hard to get the dogs not to compete because you've got a miniature wiener dog, a Shih Tzu, and Pomeranians. And they're all little feisty dogs, so you know how that goes. Finding a real alliance that won't kick me out of it. Yeah, I just started the game, but damn. Yeah, I'll take the first one. Save for another sounds good. Oh God, not chat within a chat. Damn. Every pet in the house eats the damn Purina cat chow. There's blue buffalo, all kinds of different foods in there. The dogs all eat the cat food and the cats eat the cat food. Can't keep them from it unless you put up the cat food somewhere high. Dogs love cat food for some damn reason. It's hard to keep them out of it. Little firebomb's always a good choice. Yeah, check it out, Northwest. I'm gonna start a new giveaway, but when the person wins this, I'm gonna have a banner made that has their channel name on it. You know, it'd be like kind of like the hill-billy-pyro fireworks banner I got in there, something like that, custom. But it'll only be open to, you know, us pyros. Try to do a couple of those before New Year's. It could be a cool thing for people to add to their stash, you know. Even, you know, probably some fireworks sold here or something like that. It don't really matter. Something cool. Custom. I saw one that had like a rocket made on it, just so you can have the name put on. It's just fireworks sold here. Wasn't too bad on price. I think they'll even give me a deal if I agree to buy, you know, more than a few. Maybe I can get them sponsored. That'd be cool. It'd be nice if the person had that kind of cloud on YouTube that some people do. Damn fireball. I'm bummed. Grinder. Dogs don't go rabid from eating raw meat, man. Who told you that? Gave dogs deer carcasses and scraps and stuff for years. Their system's made for it, maybe not an indoor dog, maybe, but dog's kind of designed for that. Let's see, some start ready to eat it, that would make a good problem. Keep them from eating possums and raccoons, you'll be alright. Eat the neighbors. We used to have a couple big old outside dogs, and they love deer season, man. They got all those cut pieces and stuff. Oh, well, when something has rabies, it's called rabid. That's kind of what I was thinking. I mean, ravenous, like it's going after it with a vengeance. Kind of like they come after my big turkey. I had a cat leap across the room and land right on my private area full speed a little while ago because of some beef jerky. It was not a good experience. But the cat managed to stop by digging her claws into my area. It wasn't pleasant. The old claw on the nutsack is bad. It doesn't matter, man. I was just thinking rabies. Wasn't trying to be a smart ass to correct you or anything. I was just like, what? Some dogs get too excited over meat now. It took me a while to teach my miniature wiener dog. I held out a hot dog one day. She got the whole tip of my finger with it. I don't know if it was vengeance for it being a hot dog or what. Stopping all my special attacks. It's the same though it was last time. Just outnumbered, outfunded. ask a complicated question. Democracy in China. If the world doesn't destroy its first, eventually it will. And you know, probably most of the planet's Chinese. Probably at that point, maybe it'll be. I don't know, man. China's got such a whole different mindset than we do here. It's unreal. Just the general person on the street, the way they see things is so much different from, you know, my studies and stuff showed me. Watching videos and stuff, just, it's so strange. I find it interesting, but there was some of the things that I wanted to go and visit, because there's a lot of things about China that I did like, but you know, there's a lot of things I don't. But lately, the bad definitely outweighs the good. They have posters up on their hotels and stuff like that. They have a 30% surcharge for Americans to stay in their hotels, to eat in their restaurants, extra 30%. A lot of them got a little cartoon picture of Trump, you know, because they're pissed off over the trade war shit. And, which is the only good thing I can say Trump's done. China needed to be dealt with on that for a while, but maybe not in that way. But at any rate, it's not as bad as the way they treat the Japanese and the Vietnamese. Yeah, they have a sign saying they won't serve them at all, and dogs. They include them with dogs, you know, on their signs. So extra 30% is kind of messed up, but not as messed up as that. It's just the Chinese, man. It's like selling them fake baby formula and stuff that's going to kill children, and fake food, plastic rice, and all this shit. You know, there's scammers and dirty people everywhere, but China just has the mentality, as long as it ain't screwing me, I don't care. And they just kind of put it out there. Hell yeah. Start up the weed eater and get a live chicken too. But I don't know, China's one of my interests. There for a long time I wanted to go travel and visit there and shit, but not anymore. They're making it to where you can't take money out of China. Like if you go there and start a business and make a bunch of money, you can't take the money out of the country. Just all kinds of horse shit. Well, I can understand the way China feels about Japan after what they did to them during World War II and before World War II. The shit that they pulled, you know, the massacres and stuff the Japanese did on the Chinese, that's gonna piss you off for a long time. And it should. I don't know what they got against the Vietnamese. Oh yeah, they got into a war with Vietnam right after we left. They got into it. They lost more soldiers than we did during the Chinese-Vietnam War. That's why they hate them. And dogs, they probably just don't let them in the restaurant. Thailand, that'd be awesome, man. A lot of hot chicks in Thailand. I seen that, man, talking about suing the creators directly for their content and all kinds of stuff. I'm like, damn, that's not gonna be cool. No, man. Not at all. That's more of a Filipino thing, and those just creep me out, man, because a lot of them Filipinos, you can't tell. I mean, I can't. That shit just creeps me out when somebody thinks a fine chick's not a chick. It's like, ooh. I mean, I don't know if that's the idea and people are just into that kind of thing, or if they wait until people get so drunk they don't think they'll know. I don't know how that shit works. I don't want to know how that works. But I've seen videos and shit with them in like the Philippines, and I mean, they would be considered hot. I could see dudes fighting over these chicks, or whatever you want to call them, in a bar, but they're not chicks at all, they're dudes. And that's just creepy. What you do, go to a chick, just grab her, be like, I need to check something real quick. Alright. Kate Beckinsale, alright. What the hell you smoking, Northwest? Whatever it is, I'll take some. How's it going, Manic? That's why my shit's never hitting the ground. Anti-air's taken out. A special weapon. Gotta have the grenade, dude. Yeah, what the hell you been into, Manny? As soon as I kill this guy, I'll tell you about my new giveaway I'm gonna start. Be cool if I keep it going until everybody gets one. I'm gonna put on a giveaway just for pyros, man, and the prize will be like a custom Fireworks banner with their name on it, or your channel, or your, you know, regular name, whichever the person prefers, as long as it's not too damn long. kind of like the one I got in there, about that size. I was trying to think of something I could give away that would be cool, that would, you know, be illegal to send through the mail and all that shit. I wish we could give away fireworks, that'd be awesome. I'll have to upgrade them pillboxes, they'd be pretty brutal in my ass. Support. Oh, I'm not worried about any support or anything like that, man. I'm growing my channel. It's just something for the pyros. Don't even have to sub to my channel to enter the contest. You just have to be a pyro. I'm not worried about numbers or any of that anymore, man. I'd just rather have a community. But I appreciate the sentiment. Yeah, they're gonna get power hooked up to the house here in the next day or two. Start on the interior part. There's still a lot that needs done, but it's coming along pretty quick. Except the weather still, you know, holds out, stays decent. Aircraft bullshit. Cute. Yeah, I'm surprised anybody's on this late. I am working on the Metro project again. I put a new fuel pressure regulator on it, and it still didn't fix the hard start problem, so I don't know. Next stop is going to be the entire fuel injection system. New mass airflow, new map sensor, new fuel injectors, new idle air control sensor, everything. And I'm taking the intake off, and I'm going to powder coat it. I'm going to make the entire engine compartment of the Geometro look like a show car. Just for the irony of it. It's not going to be fixed up or anything on the outside. I'm there with our little white Geometro, but under the hood, it's going to be awesome. Damn, that guy took a missile strike to the face. Dude, I would if I could. Well, if I could, I sure as hell would. But I got the place to do it. Just don't really want to go to prison. Well, it's got new fuel pump, new everything else, camshaft, position sensor, crankshaft, I mean, everything except for these parts that I'm talking about. So it's got to be the fuel injectors is what I'm thinking, but since I'm taking it apart, I might as well replace it all. I took the timing cover off, checked the marks, made sure that whoever put the new timing belt on it had, didn't have it out of time. Because it kind of sounds like it when you're turning it, but it's not. I can start it cold. I mean, it starts rough, but I can get it started without too much trouble. Once it warms up, it just will not do it. I've been polishing the valve pan gasket and stuff on it. I've got it to where it's about, I don't know, mirror finished almost like chrome. And then I'm going to candy coat it with powder coat it with a candy coat of blue. It should look pretty good. I want to do a video on it. Yeah, it would be badass. That powder coat, man, that candy blue, once you shine up the steel and shit, it'll keep it from oxidizing, keep it shiny forever. Any oil or dust and stuff, you can just wipe it right off with a rag. Doesn't stick to it like paint. I powder coated the engine on my Trans Am and stuff, and it looked like a jewel case. I'm gonna do the same thing with the Geometro, just because it's gonna be stock on the outside, but underneath it's gonna be mint. Oh, better than mint actually. Just so when I pop the hood, people will be like, wow. I don't get any of that fancy shit, man. I just get whatever I can find, which usually ain't much around here. Black market, smoke market is rough here. Most of the time you just get ripped off. It's best not to even fool with it. It's been my unfortunate experience. Dude took a strike to the gore paint. I still like the whole 50 mile a gallon thing, man, for real. Damn, I wanted to win one. Damn. Come on, man. like a hair away from dying. Now it's gonna run me all the way back. Oh, that would be badass, bro. I just want like the 50 mile a gallon. Be able to take it on a long trip. I don't know how comfortable I can make it. I have to pimp out the interior as well. I know I'm gonna put a digital touchscreen and shit in it for my stereo. I put one of those in all my rides. Yeah, I didn't make it, but I gave him help. It's got a 1.3 in it. I've put a few little upgrades in it already. Cold air intake system and shit like that. I mean, it's a Metro, but anything you gain, you'll be able to feel it. ID to what the fuck? I don't know what the hell that means, man. Oh, dude, I've seen all kinds of crazy boasted, blown nitrous and shit. You wouldn't believe it. People's done it to Metros. I didn't know they had such a cult following until I started checking this shit out online. I was like, people are actually into building Metros. I mean, mine will never be a barn burner or anything like that as far as speed, but it is going to look good under the hood. I'm not worried about speed anymore, man. I'm just about getting from point A to point B. And R2 is pretty sweet. Some of them, the older ones. I'd like to have something unusual, like a Frog-Eyed Spider, or Sprite, or an Austin Healey, or I like to have an oddball car. But the Metro, man, it'll make sense for me. Before, for me, it was all about horsepower and going faster. I got that, and I'm done with it. Right now, it's more point A to point B, getting there reliably and as cheaply as possible. That's where I'm at now on cars. I do think I'm gonna get rid of my truck though, 'cause it's been a pain in my ass since I got it. I think I'm just gonna trade it off for something else. Damn. My Trans Am was in the 450, 500 category, territory. That was more than I needed. It just got to the point to where it's too expensive to drive. Didn't get to play with it that much anyway without having to worry about losing your freaking license. Got tired of every time I get stopped in a road check. You pull over behind the cruiser for further inspection bullshit just because of the kind of car you're driving. I like the kind of cars now that just blend in. Cops don't even see. Ah, hell, I didn't even see Manic say goodbye, man. Take it easy, bro. Thanks for stopping in. It's like a salvage Corvette engine, an LS1. It had 17,000 miles and it had been stolen. So I bought the motor and the whole setup, transferred the engine, transmission, everything like that into my Trans Am. And it took me 3 years, but everything I put on that car was top of the line. From the suspension to the engine. And I was pulling some crazy quarter miles in it. I built it to eat a Mustang alive, and it sure as hell would. I had 2.8 Firebird. I had just every Mustang that run into me blew my doors off unless I was on a curvy road and could just outdrive it. A few years of that, I guess it emotionally scarred me, and I ended up building a beast. Man, I got one of these damn prototypes, and you know what the problem with the prototypes are? They get stocked up with the quickness. Popping the stupid little resin trap out's a pain in the ass. Back in this time period, man, it was more the 5.0s and the bosses. I even ate a Celine up alive. Oh, ate it alive. I take 5.0s all day, man. Said that Celine was like a $120,000 car. It took me 3 years, and I don't even know how much money to build, but I was very proud of it. Let me see. What's it doing outdoors? Shit tonight. Had to go get a bottle rocket stick. And I'm sure Georgia Pyro knows that a bottle rocket stick's usually pretty good for cleaning a pipe in a pinch. Oh dude, these little cars today are crazy. It's like well, just sticking to the Camaro theme, the newer Camaros and stuff like that, the V6 got over 300 horsepower. Back in the day, just to hit 300 horsepower, you had to spend some money. Now your stock V6 off the lot's got that, or more than that now. Dude, I love the LS motors, always have. LTs are good too. That's what the Trans Am originally had in it. Or CF series, I'm not really familiar with those, man. Lexus is really nice, comfortable. Toyota has no soul, but they're nice and dependable at least. man, that's nice. Something classy. I like something comfortable, so I'm down with the luxury cars myself. Now that I've gotten older, if I'm taking a trip, it becomes a factor. Dude, I love that Toyota RAV4. That's an awesome vehicle, man. Put it in sport mode till the exhaust opens up on it. That little son of a bitch will fly. Now, in an economy mode, you had to hit the gas and wait a couple seconds for it to actually take off, but it's pretty good. Really nice little SUV. I think that's what I'm gonna go for next, is a little SUV. Probably what I'll trade my truck for. And at least it's a good time of year to be trading a four-wheel drive. I don't really need it where I live in town that much. I like my Camaros. That's about the only thing I've stayed current. Well, I like the Camaros and I like the the Impalas are pretty nice, the new ones. Impala, I rented one for a week and it was a very comfortable car. Nice leather interior. Had the hybrid full size. I went all the way from, well, might as well say Virginia to Cedar Point up in Sandusky, Ohio, and still had half a tank of gas in that car. That's pretty sweet for a full-size, comfortable car. It took me a while to get used to the start-stop technology, though, because every time I'd come to a stop, the damn thing would turn off, you know. With some of the old junkers I've drove, I'm programmed to automatically go, oh, shit. You know, and the engine sets off. It's generally a bad sign. Pretty much, man. The Impala's same damn thing. Except for the upgraded, you know, hybrid system and whatnot. I'm getting whatever I can afford. I wouldn't mind another PT Cruiser in good shape. I know they catch a lot of hate, but I actually got to where I kind of like the ride. Actually convenient with the big ass hatch they got on them and stuff. And the parts are practically free. People just about give away a PT Cruiser around here. I think some people have. I might get one of the convertible ones and stuff. Yeah, I don't care about looking cool anymore. Hell, I was going to get one of them little Scion box cars. Go rent a hamster suit and drive around and mess with people, you know, from like the commercials. I couldn't get anybody to do it with me. You guys want to rent a Scion and go dress up like hamsters, go fuck with people with me? Be a hell of a YouTube video. Pyro hamster crew. I can see the mugshot now. PT Cruisers are horrible, yes, once you learn how to work on them, not so much. They're a pain in the ass to work on, but once you learn how to take them apart and put them back together, you can get a really good deal on a vehicle that nobody else wants. Hey Adelaide, how you doing tonight? Gotta come to Oregon, huh? Yeah, that'd be a hell of a hamster trip, bro. And maybe someday I wanted to come out that way eventually. younger brother's been talking to a chick in Seattle or something. He wants me to go out with him when he goes to see her, or if he ever does. Yeah, but if you use platinum plugs, I mean, hell, you're not going to be changing them but every 100,000 anyway. And with that plastic intake that the PT Cruiser has, those little gaskets that go there need to be replaced anyway because they dry out and shrink and whatnot. It's not that hard of a job. It's more of a pain in the ass than it needs to be, granted, but it's not that bad. I'm just saying you can get a pretty good deal on a low mileage one that's in decent shape just because nobody wants them. Damn, dude. I used to do the same thing, man. I would try to Phantom Fireworks of all places, which is crazy expensive. But it was like on my way back from Ohio and stuff when I go on vacation to like Kings Island. But hell, it's 377 miles one way, so over 700-mile trip. Oh yeah, Texas is a trip. I couldn't believe how different West Texas and East Texas are, you know. I guess when you're thinking about that kind of distance. First time I was in West Texas, I had to stop beside the road and take care of business. Couldn't find a rest area for my truck. I pulled over just as the sun was coming up over the desert. And I'm standing, you know, on the side of my truck taking a leak. And I remember thinking to myself, I'm like, holy shit, this is just like pissing in a John Wayne movie. Because that's what it looked like, you know. The mesas and all that. I was watching Dust Devils and stuff. Sometimes I'd take Interstate 10 back home if I had extra time and just wanted to take the route and stuff. It's cool to go check out the Salton Sea and all the different little things along Route 10 that you don't see on 40. I thought it was strange that the speed limit was different at night than it is during the day. That I hadn't seen that anywhere else. I think it was Texas or New Mexico. One, there was a big firework warehouse I would stop at. One, because they had a little bit of everything. Two, it was one of the only places I could find to get in and out of with a truck easy. I'd always have a few mortar kits and stuff in the sleeper cab with me. When I was traveling out west and stuff, I was working. I didn't have a lot of time for sightseeing. I'd like to go back sometime when I did. But I swear, man, if you drove cross country and then drove back, it'd be a damn long. You'd have to have a couple weeks and be expensive as well. I like it right here in West Virginia. When I was younger, I wanted to get out of here, and I did. I traveled all over, and I realized, damn, I want to go back home. It's a beautiful place to live. It's a safe place to live, more or less, but the only drawback to West Virginia was you couldn't find a job unless you worked in the mines or you wanted to work fast food. There just wasn't that many opportunities. But now with the internet and everything, you can make money if you find your niche. I've read the National Geographic about Oregon the other day. Actually, it was from 1933, and I was checking out some of the things that they had in it. It was crazy because on the front of the National Geographic it advertised 30 full color illustrations. That was a big thing in the 1930s. That's good. People keep the rivers and stuff like that around here pretty clean for the most part. A lot of tourists and stuff have a problem with that, but we eventually get everything picked up. I live in a tourist town, more or less. It looks like something off of a postcard. It's a pretty little place to live, but this time of year, well, actually there's hunting season, but once hunting season's over, this place rolls up the sidewalk at dark. It's the same way here, Adelaide. But we're gonna make it friendly if they want it to or not, because hell, we're supposed to be free Americans, damn it. Well, I like weed, so fuck them. They're just gonna have to deal with that. I've got the New River, the Greenbrier, or something else here. I live on the convergence of like 3 rivers, and then there's a dam like right up from my house. A lake and all that. It's pretty nice. But yeah. Hell, they passed medical marijuana here in West Virginia in 2016, and here it is 2020 almost, and it's still not available. That's bullshit. Think about the people in those 4 years that's died that could have used that to help their quality of life, but they don't give a shit. It is, like I said. The only problem with growing up here was trying to make a living. That's the only drawback I would really say for this area. Not a lot of opportunity. Unfortunately, it makes a big difference for me, 'cause I would much rather be able to go to the store and buy it instead of run around all day trying to deal with some shifty go-between and getting ripped off on the count or quality one. I would much rather have legal. It would be a lot better, a lot safer, a lot easier. Yeah, it's the same here. They'll take your property, your house, everything if they catch you wrong. Just bullshit. And they actively do, try to seek it out because they want your property more or less. They can turn it into new training equipment. That shit's not right. It's unconstitutional the way they take people's shit. They get away with it though. That's what keeps me from doing it. Take your house, your cars, all that shit. It's crazy. Civil forfeiture is a bitch. Said the only way they do it, but they love it. Gives them new equipment. They'll ruin your ass and buy a couple new cruisers. Yeah, but I don't know, man. It just depends. Just get too much to lose. If I didn't have nothing to lose, sure. Plus, I got like Al Bundy's luck, you know, from Married with Children. That's the kind of life I have, you know. So, a million people get away with it. I'll be number 1,000,001 that gets screwed over world, made an example of. I know this, so it keeps me from doing shit. I don't care for it myself, man. Hopefully I won't have to worry about it much longer. That's the thought. Well, guys, I'm gonna get off of here and I'm gonna go make some cinnamon rolls or some shit. Cause it's time to eat something. But you guys have a good night. I appreciate you talking, hanging out. Get some rest, dude. Try to, anyway. Hey, KB. I'm just on my way to go to bed. Have a good day, man. I appreciate you stopping by. Be careful out there. I might go up and take some video of the progress on the house today and post it up later if you guys are interested in how far it's come. But you guys have a good night. Northwest, you have a good day. The rest of you, I hope you can get some sleep. Have a good one, guys.